on the ice, and my costume wasn't finished. Elise was still sewing my costume when I was getting my hair and my makeup done, and the girls stood for an hour in the cold in those outfits, and then I skated, and I was already scared, but she was so free and so lovely, and she was like, if they like my show, it's good. If they don't like it, it's okay. I don't care. And I felt like she was a real artist. And plus, I don't meet so many Norwegian people, and I feel a big connection to, even though I'm not really Norwegian, I'm Norwegian American, but I still feel a connection with people from my countries.
Have you traveled to Norway after this junior event in Hamar?
Yes, I went 2 more times, once in Oslo and then once like on an excursion around Norway, and it was incredible.
For me, it's the most beautiful country in the world.
It is. It's so green and everything's clean and no, I love it. I feel like your home state, your home city is great, but if you go back someplace that your past is from, immediately you can feel it.
Johnny, I noticed that you wear heels at photo shoots quite a lot of times. Is it your idea, or is it the photographer's suggested?
In general, I don't choose to wear them because they hurt, and I love my feet, and they are my job. My feet are my job, so I don't usually choose it. But if something like this picture, while it's crazy, it's still my memory, and I still wanted to make it something that I would be proud of, and something beautiful, and something that's artistic and interesting. And I thought it was funny because when I did the first picture with heels for a magazine some years ago, there was so much controversy about it and so much bullshit for nothing. I didn't understand it, so I wanted to make fun of it with this. And plus, this picture I'll be proud of forever. I mean, my arms are like...
But
here, on the last
yeah,
page.
on the back, it's crazy. I was doing push-ups all day during the photo shoot just to make sure my muscles were out and happy.
On Gossip Girl, they say that you don't eat anything 12 hours before the photo shoot. So, did it apply to you? You also...
Especially this one, because it was right after the summer, and now I've gotten a bit slimmer since the summer, but after Olympics I ate everything. If it wasn't attached, like I would have eaten this, connected to the table. I ate everything. And then this was in end of September that we did this photo shoot, and I was still for me, very big. And I didn't eat for the day before, and it was fine. I worked out 3 times that day before, and I skated just so that my butt was up. I was prepared like a professional. But in general, I just don't eat before the photo shoot that morning, because usually they start, well, photographers, you know, they like they like their life, and they have fun, so usually the photo shoots start late. But with Ricky Martin, the one for One magazine, it started very early in the morning, so I was nervous that I would have red eyes. But they can fix everything in the Photoshop.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works, but they do it sometimes.
It's not so hard.
No?
Yeah.
It's not so difficult.
But,
It's very simple.
when the book is published in Russian, will it have the same cover?
Yes, I hope it does. We're having some problems now with Japan, because we will release it around the time I go for Worlds in 2 weeks now. And I'm fighting to have the same cover, because I don't feel like a picture of me skating. Japan wants a picture of me skating. And for me, it's not it's not my book. My book's about my life, not just about one piece, even though it's important. So I said I want the same cover. I don't care what you have to do. I need the same cover. For Russia, I want the same cover too. I think maybe it's very aggressive for some of the bookshops here. maybe not, but I think it's my book. It should be it should be crazy and funny, and I mean this. While maybe when I'm 80 I'll look at this and say it's beautiful. For now I think it's very funny, and this is exactly what people think of me, which is what I wanted the cover to look like, because I don't think I'm what people generally think I am.
Talking about books, what about the art book? When will
The art book, we came into some problems with the team making it, because without telling us, some people quit and some people were hired. And we're still working it out because it was a lot of time that we invested and a lot of money that the team invested, and it's beautiful. It's very nice. Of course, it was in the summer, so I wasn't at my best. But it's really cool, and Ping is all over it, and
The photographer was great.
she was, Hideni.
He didn't know that.
And I felt like the pictures on the ice were extremely good because it was in like a practice ice rink, and I'm in the costumes and full with makeup and hair, and I thought that was great, the art book. I hope it can be, everything can be resolved, but again, business isn't something I deal with. It's Tara's thing. Because I don't understand and I sound like an idiot if I talk business.
Would you like to present your book in Russia or when it will come? And would you like to make maybe something like a book signing tour, or one book signing in Moscow or in St. Petersburg?
I hope we can do a book signing in Moscow and one in St. Petersburg. And I'm sure Tara will contact you guys to help us decide which bookstore to call and what to organize, but the publisher, Simon & Schuster, they have many contacts in every country, so they'll work it out. But, you know, this book, it's controversial. I want it out in Russia as soon as possible because Russia, I feel like, is one of my countries. But, you know, maybe for some people it's too much, or might be, because people are still conservative here about this kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I have to be very careful about how I do it and what we do, but I want a book signing. I want to make people read it, and even if they don't like me, they can at least be open to someone that's different.
Yeah, and you know, it's very cool because I think about a month ago there was the first safe-sex commercial for gay people in Russian. They still haven't shown it on TV, but it was shot. It's on the internet, and I think we're getting somewhere.
It's good.
Yeah.
Somewhere, it's a step, but I mean everywhere. Even though, you know, some countries have marriage, and some countries are, you know, more advanced than others. America is more advanced than Russia, for example. There's still such a, it doesn't matter where you are, there's still problems everywhere to live. No, even any alternative lifestyle. If you have a religion that people don't like, it's hard everywhere. And this is something that I think it's unfortunate, but I think most people just have to accept and walk on. I did. That's why I can be strong and not really care about anything. That's just what I'm born with. All I care about is making myself something. But I feel like many people get so frustrated and so angry to try to change someone else's opinion when that person's opinion doesn't mean anything, or what they believe in doesn't mean anything to you. I think that's the problem. Of course, I've had a very charmed life, and I've had it easy, and I haven't had to be afraid for my life, or I haven't had to be afraid of something being terrible for me. I've had it pretty easy.
You have a great mom.
I have a very good mom.
That's why it is easy for you.
That's why it's been easy, for sure.
Not very many people here in Russia
Yeah.
can tell their parents that they